This is Zadie, your host of the second episode of the series of every 1 to 2 days a week. You guys are zoning in, want to catch some more MLB 20. Be sure to hit that red support button, hit that like button, tweet it out, leave a good comment. I also did delete something earlier this morning, so we may or may not have to wait a little more longer once we get to, if we actually do get a chance to, you know, get a chance to maybe do the premiere of my first ever premiere PS5 game, and that would be what do you call it? Call of Duty Cold War. I'm still debating if I want to bring that to the table or try to bring the other one to the table and keep Crash 5 going forward. But it all depends for Thursdays and Fridays. If there's anybody in the chat that has a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter. Share me out, tweet me out. Okay, one dislike, that's okay. So counts as watch time. So you guys can share me out, tweet me out, leave a good comment as always, and you guys also want to say hi to me on Discord, you can do so by also send me a friend request on Discord. Tell me you guys said hello, and make sure you guys are always together as a family, making sure everything's intact with views and beliefs, without any less prosperity or anything. Right now I'm just trying to find Discord, there we go. But yeah guys, we watch videos in full, like them, share them, tweet them out, leave a good comment, as always, and if you guys love what you see, let me know. You guys can vote Aladdin at 30, Greatest Showman at 13. Like, what's of the following two you guys think will have a nice to do for next year? Which it all depends if it comes clearly. Alright, guys, it'll be Game 2 in Cleveland. At Cleveland as we speak of the series. As it will be the 1-0 Detroit Tigers taking on the 0-1 Cleveland Indians. Game 2 in Cleveland. Hey, what's up, George? How you doing? It's good to see you. Can you drop your link for me, buddy? Like I said, long time no see. It's good to see you. I'm back. So in Game 2 in Cleveland, on the mound for the 1-0 Detroit Tigers today will be Tarek Skubal. And on the mound for the 0-1 Indians as well is Zach Plezak. I wish I would have Instagram, George, but I, for one, don't have it. I think I only had Instagram once or twice, I would assume, but the only ones I can only get to is Discord and Twitter. But do you still have one of the two by chance? I mean, if I did have an Instagram, I would follow you, buddy. But other than that, Swords, how you been? It's good to see you back. It's actually my fourth stream on the PS5, by the way, since I've had it for the last 3 days now, since, but I have to ask you this, Zords. What do you think of the new layout? Let me know. So on the mound today for the 1-0 Tigers will be Tarek Skubal. I'm doing good, buddy. I don't have to worry about timing on PS4 anymore. Yep, PS5, yep. I signed a 6-year deal on it a couple days ago. So I'm like, you know what? This is my last console. I don't want to have anything to worry about since my future fiance is going to be getting my PS4 soon. She has a meeting tomorrow, and I think next week, as far as I know, between my standard schedules, even now and then. But like I said, it's actually my fourth stream overall as we speak. And here's the starting lineup today, guys, for the 1-0 Tigers. Leading off first will be Victor Reyes, center fielder at center. Batting second is DA's designated hitter, Harold Castro. Jimmy Candelario is playing at third base. He'll bat third. Jonathan Scope is at fourth. At second baseman, Willie Castro is playing shortstop today. As at short, CJ Cron's batting sixth as first baseman. Jacoby Jones is playing left field, playing at left. William Bonifacio is batting eighth as right fielder, as a right-hander. And batting ninth, the catcher. Doing the catching is Jake Rogers. So how is everyone doing this morning? Hope you guys are well. Happy Tuesday, by the way. But yeah, we have actually had the nickname I give since the PS5 and I were at it. Been over 5 months afterwards. You know, I mean, the PS5 and I have been having this rivalry for a while, and I finally got myself a copy, and one of my peers actually gave me some good help so far earlier today, and you know, it's a great experience, new format, so that way I can look at the watch time by pressing one of these buttons. I also have my very first PS5 game. As you guys understand, I don't think I'm going to do Astro's Playroom, which I may or may not to do so, but we'll see. So on the mound for the 0-1 Indians today, guys, is Zach Plesac. Last year he made 21 starts. He has an 8-6 record with a 3.81 ERA. Gave up 102 hits and 68 strikeouts as we speak. And leading off first for the Tigers will be Victor Reyes, 304 from last season. 3 home runs, 25 ribbies. As you guys can see, the scoring system is at the bottom right. If you guys have any questions, let me know. So, George, what's you been up to? So, Victor Reyes for the Tigers was the first round pick back in 2017. And it was actually in the MLB draft, so this is actually a different set of system. 1-0. To the right, 1-1. So, do you like the format, George? What do you think in general? Like I said, I just think it's very good. To the right. And that'll be one as a strike, so that's 1 and 2 off the bat. Yeah, the graphics of YouTube is pretty good, that I will say. Towards what the PS4 had to offer with me after over 6 years, so there was no additional plans afterwards. Keep everything intact. 51 degrees is down there on the field. Isaiah News will be in a little while. 2 and 2. At the bottom, that's a strikeout. Excuse me. And that's the first out for the Tigers. First out by Zach Plesac. And that'll bring up Harold Castro. Yeah, I'm just looking down the news before we get down and safe. 1-0 to the left. So basically, Harold Castro, guys, he actually signed out of the country or inside or outside Venezuela. I, for one, have never been there, but pretty sure it's not bad of a country. That'd be foul ball to home base, 1-1. Yeah, the format continues to be more powerful with this #1 seed that stands in front of me. So, as far as tonight goes, you guys are getting a new episode of Valhalla. To the right, 1 and 2. But anytime you have a ball trying to come at you guys, you can't get there too quick. So that's 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's number 9. That'll be fly ball to left center field and makes the catch. That's the second out for the Tigers. So we look at, and there's the starting lineup for the 1-0 Tigers. It's listed between a couple of lanes of speed, between the batters in order, and keep everything a little more in touch, and keep everything under control behind it. Up next is Samir Candelario, between any batter's spot. Defense by Plesac. To the left, 0-1. So you guys are getting Valhalla tonight, and then I'm also off tomorrow, guys. So tomorrow Valhalla, and then I don't know if I still want to bring Crash 4 in the system or not. But it all depends. I mean, anything less, Call of Duty can switch out and win and take over Crash 4. So Samir Candelario was acquired by the Cubs back in 2017 after a good trade. To the left, 1 and 2. Yeah, washing hands of the virus, that's very important. 1 and 2. To the right, 2 and 2. For those of you that do not know Zombie, he's the best of all time, as always. At the bottom, oh wait a minute, that's 3 and 2, excuse me. The other one is on deck. Here comes 3 and 2. To the right, that's a strikeout. And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. To the bottom of the first. Game 2 in Cleveland this morning. Tigers nothing. Indians coming up to bat. So, okay, guys. Doing the first appearance for the 1-0 Tigers today will be Tyreek Skubal. If you look at statistics between his profile, he's 6'3", 215 pounds. And he's actually having a young age, and that would be 23 years old. So I'm guessing it might be a rookie or something more than that. Due up for the Indians, leading off first is Delando De Seals Jr. The first pitch by Skubal. At the bottom, 1-0. Now the thing about Delano DeSeals Jr., guys, he was actually in the 2014 draft during the baseball season back in 2014. So no baseball, I mean no players, no stranger. To left 1-1. Let me see who else is in the chat real quick. Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing? Welcome to the chat, buddy. How you doing? How are you this morning? It's good to see you. At least you're finally doing the... At least I see you back with baseball. But, Brian, did you notice I am streaming on PS5 for the 4th time? That's 3-1 on deck. It's Cesar Hernandez. He is on deck. But yeah, I'm actually continuing to lack my format. 3-1 from the stretch. And that's ball 4. First walk by Scooble. So, what do you think of the format, Brian? I mean, the new layout. So that way, you guys don't have to look at the PS4 anymore. My opponent's getting that console in the back. So, up next is Cesar Hernandez in the 2019 season, 279, 14 home runs, 71 ribbies. And I would think it would be almost the same length at a different time. So, what's you been up to today, Brian? I mean, work yesterday was not bad for what it came. The pitch by him, the bottom 0-1. Now the thing about Cesar Hernandez too, he got signed out of Venezuela. At this point, you guys can see a little bit of the noise system, and that would be a fly ball to right center field. He's looking to get there and makes the catch, and that's the first out for the Indians. Well, it's really nice. I did jump in with Volker last night, and she asked me how lucky I was. And I'm like, it's actually a little bit of a secret, but I told her what happened in the chat. He was live yesterday, so wasn't all too bad. And that'll bring up Jose Ramirez. Last year in the season, 255, 23 home runs, 83 ribbies. The pitch line 2 from the stretch. Foul ball to left, 0-1. So, yeah, this PS5 signed an 8 out of 10, so I'm like, it's grateful, it's powerful, the same with the Xbox Series X. And, I just have to see what I want to do between Crash 4 and... What I want to do with Crash 4, or having my first PS5 game, Call of Duty take over, 0-2. And that will be a fly ball to right center field, defensively makes the catch. That's out number 2 for the Indians. But it's all good. I mean, I love it. I'm telling you. The graphics of the PS5 is very good. Great format, good layout. Up next, guys, as we speak, is Framber Reyes. 2019 season, batting 249. I think he had 87 ribbies. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I looked at stat sheet. As a runner, roll hold at first. Guys, get Izzy news in just a little bit. I don't think we have that many. And that'll be ground ball back to the third base. Picks it up. Throws the first. And the side is retired. So, 3 up, 3 down for the Indians. Go to the top of the second inning. Indians nothing, Tigers nothing. Game 2 in Cleveland. And, due-off for the Tigers is batting 4th coming in. It's Jonathan Scope. Batting 256, 23 home runs, 59 ribbies from the 2019 season. On the other side. Plezak doing the stretch. And close to the middle, 0-1. But yeah, well, like I said, Brian, what do you think of the layout? I mean, I just think the new layout's beautiful. The bottom, 1-1. Yeah, I think the layout's pretty good. It's beautiful. It's better than what the PS4 did at this point. 1-1. At the bottom, 1-2. So that way you guys can see. So that way you guys can see the full screen of doing what I want to see behind the other side between that PS5. I mean the PS4 I had after 6 years. And that's the first out for the Tigers. That is actually strikeout number 3 by Zach Plezak. And that'll bring up Will Castro between any batting position. The pitch by Plezak. The bottom, 1-0. 1 ball, no strike. If you can name that for sure, Brian. Well, Zombie's also doing good too, the way I look at it. So that's been all that bad at this point. The bottom 1 and 2. Remember, guys, you can't get there too quick if it comes to having a little more of something that's in persuasion. 1 and 2. To the right, 2 and 2. But the thing about checking out how much time you're looking at, it's actually not that bad of a feature. To the right, 3 and 2. Up next is CJ Cron. He is on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes so far. So anything interesting this week, Brian? 3 and 2. That'd be foul ball at home base, 3 and 2. As it needs to be another couple minutes. Please act from the stretch. And that's another strikeout. Badly struck out. That's out number 2 for the Tigers. When it comes to any baseball team, has to wait for the ball to come to them or try to get a little more excitement going. That'll bring up CJ Cron between the batter's box. The bottom 0-1. So when I was doing a new episode of Watch Dogs Legion last night, it was a little more different. It's a little more different than before, but I had about possibly 3 or 4 dislikes yesterday, and I double checked. That'd be foul ball to right, 1 and 2. Pitch speed was 95 miles per hour between the other side of it. The bottom, that's another strikeout. Badly caught, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. Game 2 in Cleveland. Go to bottom of the second. Tigers nothing, Indians nothing. And also the dial sense controller, Brian. Like I said, it's really good. Due up for the Indians, it's Francisco Lindor, batting 500. Screwball from the stretch. The bottom, that's 1 ball, no strikes on that. I'll double check how we're doing on time in just a moment. After the spits here. The middle, 1 and 1. We're gonna get to IC News in just another minute, guys. I don't think we have a whole lot this morning. I really don't think we do. So we're probably gonna try to touch base on them. Comes the 1 and 2 by Screwball from the stretch. And that's 2 and 2. In the basis. So do you actually like it or love it, Brian? By chance. And that's a strikeout. And that's the first out for the Indians. It's actually the first Major League strikeout for Tyreek Screwball on the mound for the 1-0 Tigers today. I mean, you can't please yourself without any less dominance, as long as you know how to dominate between offense and defense behind it. Just like Madden. Football, I'm not getting that. Up next, guys, is Carlos Santana. Like in the 2019 season, he batted .281. Screwball from the stretch. Coming in the bat. So you actually like it? Oh, nice. I'm glad you guys like it. It's good. Now, Carlos Santana was acquired by the Mariners back in 2018. This is actually a little bit of a stat fact at this point. But yeah, anytime I want to look at something that's more exciting between it, and it's very exciting to look at. That'll be fly ball to right center field, picks it up, makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Indians. We're going to get to IZ News right about now, guys. Get to that in a second. Here comes Zoran Lupol coming in the bat. 216, 15 home runs, 38 ribbies from the 2019 season. 2 ball from the stretch. Here's the pitch to the left, 0-1. Alright, guys, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter, share me out, tweet me out. It's JD Zach Dawson. You guys can send me your first and last name information behind the areas. Between that and Discord. You guys can tell me you guys said hello on Discord, and you guys can send me a friend request anytime you like. We'll be watching the videos in full. Like them, share them, tweet them out, comment. As good as we can get possible. That's foul ball to home base, 0-2. You guys also want to vote for the Idol towards up to next year. You can do so, swing and a miss. And that's the third out, and the inning is over. Get the news in a moment. We played 2 innings today, guys. Game 2 in Cleveland. We're at the top of the 3rd inning as we speak. Indians nothing, Tigers nothing.
Jacoby Jones, the next to hit.
Due up next for the Tigers is batting 7th is Jacoby Jones. Last year in the 2019 season, he batted .235, 11 home runs, 26 ribbies. Pretty much a different-handed batter. Alright guys, we're going to get to news right now. You guys also want to drop your channel links in the chat. You guys can do so anytime you like. Please, Zach, from the Strats. Brian, you know, you still do you still know how to drop your channel link in the chat so people can follow anyone? The bottom 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. You guys can do so anytime you like. Well, alright guys, we're gonna get to this first one in a minute. To the left, 3-0. Can you guys drop your links in the chat? I'm still at 94 moderators. Ever since I did have the PS4 for over 6 years. And he's on deck. New balls, no strikes. Alright guys, we're gonna get a review of Immortals Phoenix. That'd be fly ball to right center field. Racing back, we're gonna get there, and it's gone. 347 feet, first home run by Jacoby Jones. Boom goes the ball, it's not coming back. Solo shot by Jacoby Jones, his first one, as we speak. It also has 94.1 miles per hour exit velocity, which is actually tremendous. As it strikes first, it's 1-0 Tigers. Game 2 in Cleveland. Look at that, guys. Boom goes the ball, it's not coming back. 1-0 Tigers, top of the 3rd, nobody out. Game 2 in Cleveland. Here's the pitch to the right, 0-1. That brings up Jorge Bonifacio. The 2019 season, he only had 3 ribbies. Okay, guys, we're gonna get this review going. Hold on, 0-1. To the left, 0-1. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last game, he was 1 for 2 with a single. 1 ball and a strike. That'd be foul ball to left, 1-2. We can mark that as well, guys. 1 ball, 2 strikes so far. Here's the pitch. Bottom left, 2-2. Alright guys, Immortals Phoenix, I'm gonna double check in a minute, 2-2. That'd be ground ball center field. There you go guys, and that will be a single. That's a single for the Tigers. Anybody that's from the Strats comes in between it. So Brian, do you have yourself the #1 seed, the PS5 yet, or not quite? I mean, I know Deadside's not gonna get it right away. But at first, nobody out. Here comes Jake Rogers. Bottom 0-1. The 2019 season, batting 125, 4 home runs, 8 RBI serving in. So the game itself is a 7 out of 10, and it's only for Xbox. So, no. I have no plans. At the bottom, 1-1. The thing about Jake Rogers, guys, he was acquired by the Houston Astros back in 2017 of the season. So Phoenix saw a 7 out of 10. I mean, if I were to get a Series X, I don't know how mind-controlling it would be. Hey, well, there's an good old friend. What's up, Leon? How you doing? As you can see, Leon, I'm not streaming on PS4 anymore. As you can see. Brian, please welcome my good old friend, Leon Kennedy. You haven't got it yet? Oh, that's true. So, how you been today, Leon? That'd be ground ball to 3rd base. Look at that. Keeps it a little more from the stretch. Goes a little more down below. And that will be a double. So Leon, what do you think of the PS5 layout? I just had it for the last 3 days. And that's a double for the Tigers. I can't complain. But anytime I chat from zombies, all I have to do is just look up at the top right screen. So that way it'll help me. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. Please act from the stretch. To the right, 0-1. That'll bring up Victor Reyes. Back to the lineup. He's 0 for 1 if a strikeout. His first time in the ball game. Oh, looks realistic? Yeah, exactly. Do you guys like it with the PS5 or with the PS4 better? I mean, I've always thought the PS5 is more compatible. Last game, he was 0 for 3 with a hat trick of 3 strikeouts in between. So, anything interesting, Leon? That'll be fly ball to right center field. We're gonna get there, makes the catch, first out for the Tigers. Runner, we're gonna go to home, and it gets there. Runner at second goes to third, as it's now 2-0 Tigers. Runner at third, 1 out, game 2 in Cleveland. That's what see so far today. But yeah, I have actually had it for the last 3 days. Leon is, like I said, it's pretty good. Here comes Harold Castro coming in. He's 0 for 1 for line out his first time. 2-0 Tigers. Top of the third, 1 out. Runner at third, 1 out. Game 2 in Cleveland. He was 0 for 4 last game with only a strikeout between the other. Kuzak from the Strets. To the left, 1-1. Leon, can you drop your link in the chat, buddy? But you see, Brian, Leon and I go way back. Him and I talk about good wrestling stuff. Good wrestling between Raw, SmackDown, half the time NXT. Isn't that right, Leon? I seen a video of somebody's XCF got mad at the XBF and threw his new Xbox at TV. Oh, ouch. So how does that eventually happen? 2-1 from the Strets. Get upset at the person, or did he get upset between her at this point? On the top, 3-2. Up next, guys, is Amir Candelario. He is on deck. A deck between that. So Phoenix Sun is 7 out of 10. I, for one, am not going to buy that. Since it's only for Xbox, you guys understand what my next game is going to be. That's Cyberpunk. 3-2 from the Strets. And that's ball 4. That's ball 4. That's Plezak. Blocks his batter for the 1-0 Tigers. Manager for the 0-1 Indians comes to the mound quite a bit. See how it goes in between. The Sunday WWE Tribute to Troops. Yeah, I work 8 to 5 on that, so I don't know. It all depends. Here comes Samir Candelario coming into the bat. And then he possesses him. He struck out his first time, he's 0 for 1. First and third, 1 out. So Leon, did you watch Raw yesterday? Maybe last night? I mean, work yesterday was good. Did I hear a robot voice? I don't think so. Why? I mean, why will there be a robot voice? Especially if it comes to an NS5 or C-3PO from Star Wars. That would be the only thing. But I don't know. 1-1. To the right, 1-2. Coming off the bat. You guys can also look at the best ultra books for the lightweight performance machines. Yeah, we don't have a lot of news, but we'll probably get to this final 2. 1-2. That'll be fly ball to right center field. Picks it up. Makes the catch. And the runner Rojo to third, and that's a second out for the Tigers. Up next, guys, in a position, this is Anderson Scope. Coming up the bat. He struck out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. First and third, 2 outs. Plezak from the Strets. Here's the pitch coming up. The middle, 0-1. So you guys may know Johnson Scope was actually signed out by Kurakio or something. With the CU between the first 2 letters. Spelled it correctly or not. That's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mark that, Brian. So, what does he think, Leon?
Strike 2 on a
the bottom 1-2. Oh boy, a little bit in the background, guys. 1-2. At the bottom, that's a strikeout. Needed strikeout, and the side is retired.
So it's 2 runs on 3 hits.
We go to bottom of the third, game 2 in Cleveland. Between any stretching on that. Tigers 2, Indians nothing. Oh yeah, we're good on Raw, good. So what do you think of the potential matches for what do you call it, TLC? I mean, do you think McIntyre's going to retain over AJ Styles, or do you think Styles will be a 3-time champion? Barry Zimmer was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. 1-0 by Scooble from the Strets. To the left, check swing, 1-1. I mean, it all depends. I mean, I don't know who's going to be challenging Baszler and Nia Jax for the women's tag titles. That's the only thing. Yeah, McIntyre, yeah. If somebody were to get a shot, if somebody would definitely get a shot, if the Miz were to cast in, I've one think he's not going to be successful of winning the WWE Championship. At the bottom, that's a strikeout. First out for the Indians. That's strikeout number 3 by Tyrek Skubal. You guys can also look at the best desktop. PC speakers to your computer setup. Treyarch Booth's Weapon XP in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War following player complaints. Now that's a little bit something that's completely. But Leon, are you gonna get a PS5 soon? Or what's your plan going forward? And that brings up Roberto Perez coming in between the lane. Tyreek from the stretch. And that will be a fly ball to left center field, picks it up, makes the catch. And that's the second out for the Indians. Last SmackDown, Kevin Owens beat the crap out of Uso with the chair. I'm pretty sure he pretty much got his ass for that. But the rumored card behind that is we might get Roman Reigns defending his Universal Championship against Kevin Owens at TLC. So I don't know how that's going to go. I mean, do you think most of those matches in that card are going to have some, what do you call it, some stipulations, like say TLC, ladder, anything in particular, Leon? I mean, that would be my guess. And by the way, guys, how do you feel about NXT War Games coming up? I mean, how do you guys feel about War Games? We have McAfee's team taking on Undisputed Era's team. You also have the women's War Games too, so I think it's going to be really nice. 1 and 2 from the stretch. And that will be foul ball to left, 1 and 2. Like I said, NXT knows how to balance its own self in hand, so that's why we have the goodest damn wrestling of all time. That'll be same spot to the left, 1 and 2. Let me double check this one. I still don't know when I'm going to debut Call of Duty. That's the problem. And that will be a strikeout. Picks it up, throws the first inning, and the side is retired. Do you, your PS5 repeat the chat? What do you mean by that, Leon? Any particular reason on it? Go to top of the 4th, Game 2 in Cleveland. As we speak, Tigers 2, Indians nothing. But yeah, anytime I look at the comments, you guys send in the chat, I look at my top right. Just make sure I actually see what you guys are saying, so. But yeah, the thing about War Games is, no titles are on the line, but at the next NXT TakeOver, I can possibly see, guys, I can possibly see Karrion Kross coming back. It sounds like Finn Balor for the NXT title. Due off for the Tigers is Willie Castro, off the bat in the lane. He struck out in second inning, he's 0 for 1. Well, what do you think, Leon? Is Kross coming back? Please back from the stretch. Foul ball to left, 0 and 1. I mean, I haven't heard any other speculation between what's going on with that, but the only way he'll come back is if Scarlett comes back. So, and what's due to what happened with Karrion Kross, you know, he beat Keith Lee for the NXT Championship, and see how that's going to go. Fireball center field, picks it up, makes the catch, 1 out for the Tigers. I mean, when it comes to AEW, I do know there's one big match that's coming tomorrow with NXT, and that would be, what do you call it? And that would be the number 1 contender that sounds of Kenny Omega taking on Jon Moxley for the AEW Championship. If I were to pick, that's a toss-up. I think I would go with Jon Moxley because Jon Moxley is the longest reigning champion in wrestling right now. So that's pretty much my guess. Comes down with 2. Up top, that's a big strikeout. And that's the second out for the Tigers. Strikeout number 7 already by Zach Plesac.
Good job against this guy.
There you go again, guys, between the strats.
To make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna get this article about Call of Duty. This is something that's not strains. Get to that in a second. Up next is Jacoby Jones. He's 1 for 1. He had a solo shot in the 3rd inning. Last year of the season, he batted .235. Alright, guys, according to John Ollerman today, the latest patch for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War has boosted weapon experience and race between the two things, multiplayer and zombies, as they were following players' complaints about slow progression behind it. That's 2 balls, no strikes. So, and that'll be ground ball center field, picked up by the second baseman, picks it up, throws the first in time, and the inning is over. We go to bottom of the 4th, game 2 in Cleveland. Tigers 2, Indians nothing. Due up for the Indians will be Cesar Hernandez in second position. He's 0 for 1. Screwball from the strats. Here's the pitch. To the left, 0 1. So Cesar Hernandez, for the 7-year career, he only had 2 teams. One of which was the other was the Philadelphia Phillies previously. And that'll be a fly ball to the deep center field. And then it'll bounce off the wall. Bounce off the wall, and of course that will be a double. And that's a double for the Indians. Oh my goodness, that's a double by Cesar Hernandez. Alright guys, that's it. As you guys may know, between Black Ops Cold War, it was revealed as part of Trey Arts' latest patch notes. So it's a runner at second, nobody out. The pitch by Tubal. To the left, 0 1. 1-0, excuse me. That brings up Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 1 with line out his first time. Runner at second, nobody out. So Brian and Leon, do you think I should set out Crash 4 and now Black Ops Cold War take over this Thursday and Fridays? I mean, I don't know how that's going to work out. I mean, I'm still finishing. I'm still trying to take my time to beat 2 games out of 5. I mean, I've only had the PS5 for over a couple of days now, so it all depends. So the thing about the patch notes between the game itself, hold on a second. 2 and 2 from the stretch. And that's 3 and 2 to the left. Up next is Franmel Reyes is on deck. No, excuse me, hairball. 3 and 2. That'll be a ground ball to the left. Picks it up, throws the first. And that's the first out for the Indians. And that'll bring up Franmel Reyes coming up the bat. He's 0 for 1. Right on second, no, 1 out. From the stretch. To the middle, 0 1. But yeah, there was actually details behind that. As well as a few other changes between weapon experience, other bug fixes across, between 2 other things. Between 2 other things too, guys. Hold on. To the left, 0 2. Which is zombies in the new Nuketown of the 1984 thing. I'll read the chat in a second. Leon, you pretty much said something a little bit different about Riddle so far today, but let me double check. I'll probably check that once gets out from stretch. 0 2. That'll be ground ball to right center field. Picks it up. Looking to battle it from home, and that will be an RBI single. That's an RBI single, as it's now 2-1 Tigers. Leon the chat says, Riddle called AJ Styles cute. I was confused. He called him Skipper because he had bunny named Skipper. AJ Styles laughed at big dude. That's true. Do you recall that Riddle was talking to MVP last night? Behind that? That'd be fly ball to right center field. Makes the catch. Second out for the Indians. 2-1 Tigers. Bottom of the 4th. Game 2 in Cleveland. 2 outs. Runner at first. I mean, I do recall what happened between him and Riddle. Here comes Carlos Santana. Coming up next behind it. He's 0 for 1. The bottom, 1-0.
This is apparently 1-0.
Now here's the thing about coming out of that game too, guys. 1-0 from the stretch. That'd be ground ball to second. Races clearly, throws the first defensively, and the inning is over. Today, guys, we played 4 innings of play. Game 2 in Cleveland. We're at the top of the 5th inning. As we speak, Tigers 2, Indians 1. Do buff for the Tigers. In the batter's box is number 8, Jorge Bonifacio coming in. He's 1 for 1 for a single. Plesac from the stretch. Here's the pitch coming up. And that's ball 1 to the bottom. Now Jorge Polanco, guys, signed out of Dominican Republic, if I'm correct, from that stat sheet. 1-1 at the bottom. Now, coming out of last week's game, guys, 2 XP and 2 WXP event, is they made some additional turning. I am a creator equals pay it forward, awesome sauce, yep. Thank you, Leon, for doing that. I actually have not checked out with James Cox. He's still a good guy, still a good man. At the bottom, that's a strikeout. Picks it up. Throws the first in time defensively. And that's the first out for the Tigers. Here comes Zach Rosas coming up the bat. He doubled in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 1. Plesac from the stretch. And that will be fly ball to deep left center field. Excuse the skyrocket racing back, and it's gone. Santa Maria, guys. Second home run by Zach Rosas. 441 feet, guys. Velocity exit is 108 miles per hour. Look at that, guys. Ooh. Keeps a little stretch forward. As it's now 3-1 Tigers. It's gone. But yeah, guys, the notes did read about the game itself. Starting today, you'll now level up your weapons and unlock more attachments. Faster than the previous standard rate in both multiplayer and zombies. This is actually MP. As a multiplayer in between. Here comes Victor Reyes coming up the bat. He's 0 for 1 for a sacrifice fly and had a ribby. 3-1 Tigers, game 2 in Cleveland. Top of the 5th inning, 1 out. At the bottom, 1-1. Now the article does note that, also in between, that there was an issue specifically behind the game between multi and zombies, and it's a die machine zombies mode as we speak that was causing lower than targeted weapon XP that earns some sort of different rates behind it. And solo matches in later rounds, as Treyarch had few 2W EXPs, and that's a strikeout inside the zone. And that's a second out for the Tigers, 9th strikeout by Zach Plesac. Let me double check this real quick. The Fiend came out because Randy Orton went Alexa Bliss. Well, Randy and Bliss are actually not a good couple. They shouldn't be. It's like, where the hell would Brooke Hogan would be? Here comes Harold Castro coming in as we speak. He's 0 for 1 and had a walk in the 3rd inning. But it all depends. I mean, Randy doesn't have that much taste behind it. All I know is he wants to get back in the hunt for the WWE title, but that's not going to happen until maybe WrestleMania, maybe Royal Rumble. 0-2. To the right, 1-2. But it all depends. As the events between the few of 2WXP, which is double, are planned for next month in December, as we speak. And at the bottom, that's a big strikeout, 3 outs, and the side is retired. Replay of the solo shot. Second home run of his career, and that's Jake Rogers, the catcher. Look at that, guys. Deep to left center field. It's gone. Not coming back, but keeping it formed. For the bottom of the 5th inning, game 2 in Cleveland. Tigers 3, Indians 1. Now the Bats also did fix an out-of-bounds gap in the new Nuketown 84 map. I, for one, yeah, you guys will be getting a series premiere at some point for Call of Duty Cold War. I don't know where Crash 4 is going to go, but it all depends. We also have another article real quick. Pingo Dingley to star in Toxic Avenger reboot. Due up for the Indians. Batting 7th in the box. This is Jordan Loophole coming in. He struck out in 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Schoolball from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that will be foul ball, ground ball to first.
And he'll just
Tags him in, and that's the first out for the Indians.
one man out now in the Cleveland fifth.
Okay, let me check out this article real quick, too. Gotta double check how we're doing on time. Okay, we're still doing good? Very good. Schoolball nods his head. Here's the pitch. To the left, 0-1. So do you like it or love it, by the way, Leon? Bradley Zimmer was the first round pick back in the 2014 MLB draft. This is actually 5 to 6 years ago behind it. And that will be a bunt attempt to third baseman. Picks it up, throws the first, and that's out number 2 for the Indians. Oh boy. Here comes Roberto Perez coming at the bat from anything. He's lined out in the third inning. He's off 1 in the ball game. Screwball from the stretch. Here's the pitch. To the right, 0-1. Okay, guys, according to Matt Porcelo, Roberto Perez was drafted in 2008 MLB draft. I don't know if he actually belonged with the Giants or something. But see, actually are coming out of San Francisco. The bottom, 0-2. Dana Brooke B. Reckoning, aka me again. I think she's kicked out of Retribution.
He's really kept these hitters off balance.
So, what do you think is going to happen between her? I mean, I do know Mandy Wells is still romantic. Because I do know she'll always have Otis with her. And that's a swing and a miss. 3 outs in all, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Indians. Go to top of the 6th inning. Game 2 in Cleveland. Between the board. Tigers 3, Indians 1. Due up for the Tigers in the batter's box is Zamir Candelario, number 46 on this jersey, third baseman. He's flown out and he is struck out. He's 0 for 2. 1-0 Tigers. We're going to keep everything in control between any favor. Plezak from the stretch. The bottom, 0-1. So what do you see? What do you see Reckoning going to? I mean, that's the only thing. All right, guys. Peter Dingley has been attached to the Legendary's upcoming reboot in style. 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. In the bullpen for the 0-1 Indians of the season, we've got Nick Wingren and Phil Maton. And a legendary upcoming reboot, guys. Check this out: The Toxic Avenger. I have not seen the movie. In the upper right, 1 and 2. Now the thing about this, guys, is Deadline reports that Dingley is set to start in the reboot. Up top, that's a strikeout. First out for the Tigers. 11th strikeout by Zach Plezak. Yes, Dingley is officially set to start in the reboot of the movie back in 1984. Low-budget spider film, which will be directed by Macon Blair, who previously helmed Netflix's I Don't Feel Like at Home in This World Anymore. I have not seen that movie on Netflix. That'll bring up Jonathan Scope coming in. Number 8 on the jersey. He struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. Now there hasn't been who's going to be casting in the remake, the reboot of the movie. But if Jonathan Scope has a career of 134 home runs with 7 seasons. And that'll be a fly ball to deep left center field between the middle. Racing back, and it's gone. 418 feet. That's the second home run by Jonathan Scope. Holy cow. Jonathan Scope with a second shot. 418 feet. 108.3 miles per hour. Holy cow. As it's now 4-1 Tigers. Oh my goodness. Top of the 6th, 1 out. Game 2 in Cleveland. Look at it one more time, guys. Second home run by Jonathan Scope. Boom goes the ball. Goodbye. It's gone. Behind the other. Here comes the manager. Hold on, guys. Here comes the manager for the 0-1 Indians coming to the mound. Let me double check the chat again. Zach Plezak did have a good strikeout machine. Hold on a second. Any word on Mandy Rose, Leon? And on the mound for the 0-1 Indians will be Emmanuel Clace. Clace last year had 21 games, 2-3 record, with a 2.31 ERA, 6 walks. He also given up 21 strikeouts. Here comes Willie Castro coming in. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. The bottom, 1-0. Leon says, I think Oscar and Lana versus Nia, Jax, and Baszler to fight each other for the championships. Oscar and Lana beat Jax and Cena twice. They deserve a title shot. I would think so too. I mean, do you think? Asuka's the Raw Women's Champion. Do you see her defending the Raw Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler, or maybe seeing somebody that could maybe take on Asuka? But it all depends. 1-1 from the stretch.
Here's the 1-1.
But it all depends, guys. I don't know. It'd be something to look into. Now, back in 1984, guys, between the movie itself, over 36 years ago, the bottom 2-2. 5 likes, 1 dislike. Thank you, sir. More people already hating from yesterday, the way they were before. 2-2. And that's a strikeout to the right. And that's a second out for the Tigers. As it follows Melvin Ferd. Do you think Mandy Rose will be ready to go, or will it be another couple weeks? As Melvin Ferd, he actually goes as a janitor, who is submerged in toxic waste in an accident and emerges as a disfigured, but incredibly strong, superhuman. While Scott Lee and Camp, the Toxic Avenger. Have you seen the movie, Leon? The bottom, 1-1. Cesar Cronus has 114 home runs in the 6th season. 1 ball, 1 strike from the stretch. And that's 2-1. Second ball, 1 strike. And Camp between the Toxic Avenger dealt with environmental and social issues. So total issues, up top 2-2. While also prioritizing the superhero genre. Well, it was unsuccessful at the launch date a long time ago behind it. And I'd say the bottom 3-2. On deck is Jacoby Jones. He is on deck. As even though the movie itself, from what I've already seen, it didn't do quite well between the reviews. To the right, that's ball 4, first walk by Clace. As Clace walks CJ Cron for the 1-0 Tigers. Now the Toxic Avenger, guys, went on to be a cult classic, and it was also an animated TV show, spin-off video game, and also even between other stuff. It was actually a musical, but back when it hit in 1984, there were some other movies that were actually in musical numbers. Between that, Annie was one. Yeah, dislikers, aka haters, they can kiss my ass too, buddy. Right away first, 2 outs. Clays from the stretch. To the right, 1-1. But yeah, the movie itself, the reboot, will be produced by Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hertz as we speak. To the right, 2-1. And those two guys were recently the directors of the 1984 movie. But I don't know. I've never seen the movie. It was back in 1984, and basically, I for one have not seen that set. Have you, Leon? To the right, 3-2. On deck next is Jorge Bonifacio. He's on deck. Clay only give up 1 walk. 3-2. And that's a big strikeout. I don't know if anybody was going to swing it. And the side is retired. Replay of Jonathan Scope. Second solo shot of his career. Boom goes the ball. It's gone. Not coming back. We're at the bottom of the 6th inning. Game 2 in Cleveland. Tigers 4. Indians 1. Due up for the Indians. Back to the lineup. It's Delino De Seals Jr. Coming in between the jersey. He's 0 for 1 for a walk in his first inning. On one Indians, swinging a key pass and put a little bit of pressure behind it. nods his head, screwball from the stretch. And at the bottom, 0-1. I mean, I have seen one movie that he's been in. I would like to think so. I mean, wait a minute, what was that other movie that Peter Dinkley was in, Leon? What was that other one? Guys can see yourselves. News. Guys, gonna get some more tonight when I do a new episode. When I do a new episode of what's the movie's name? My headphones fall out of my ears. Wait a minute. What was it? Yeah, the movie was called Top 1 and 2. Well, the movie was called. Hold on. Let me double check one more time. There was that one movie that was out in 1984. Which I think Star Wars Episode 6 was out back then. Big ground ball to left, picks it up, and that'll be a single. And that's a single for the Indians. But the movie I was talking about, Leon, it's called The Toxic Avenger. It's actually about a janitor trying to become a superhero or something. So I don't know. That'll bring up Cesar Hernandez coming in. He's 1 for 2. Right away first, nobody out. But it all depends. The pitch by Tomb Ball from the stretch. To the left, 1-0. But yeah, Leon, have you seen the movie? I mean, it was out back in 1984, and I think the other movie that was released during the time, maybe 2 hours. It's been 2 years back or way before that, was Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. And I think it was during that time, I would think. 1-1 from the stretch. 1-2 at the bottom. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute, there was that other one. I don't know if Peter Dinkley was in that. You can tell me if you know this movie. It's called Crocodile Dundee. No, that movie made about two. I mean, I've seen the first one. I mean, I've seen the first movie, but I don't think I remember watching the second one at all. I don't recall if I did. 1-2. That's 2-2 to the left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 from the stretch. And that's a strikeout. And that's the first out for the Indians. 6th strikeout by Tyreek Skubal. It's like any player on a baseball team tries to go a little inside or outside the deep. I seen Toxic Avenger years ago. They had a card 2-2. Yeah. Between that and back when the Flintstones became a real-life movie for animation, made a real-life one. And that'll bring up Jose Ramirez coming into bat between it. He's 0 for 2. Runner at first, 1 out. And the runner will go to second after the steal. First home base by Delano De Seals Jr. for the 0-1 Indians. The pitch by Tobal. That'll be foul ball to right, 1-2. Runner at second, 1 out. 2 ball from the stretch. And that's 2-2 at the bottom. That's not a knife. That's a knife. This is also a knife. But yeah, I had seen Crocodile Dundee. I have heard it's a good movie. About 11 someone for the rest of your life. I think it's kind of like a Wild West movie. And he's on deck, 3-2 from the stretch. And that's a foul ball to the left, 3-2. I have not seen the second one, not to my knowledge. That'd be ground ball to first, picks it up, goes to first base, and that's a second out for the Indians. But I would say we'll go to third after the steal. Here comes batting fourth. Here comes Franmil Reyes coming in for sir. He had a single, had a ribby. He's 1 for 2. Runner at third, 2 outs. Tone ball from the stretch. That's a swing and a miss right there, 0-1. I mean, if there would be any other good movie that I have seen, or I may have not seen, well, I have seen Survivor. Survivor is actually based on an island, so When I went between cyber consoles, getting some votes going, and a couple other numerous things. 0-2 from the Strats. 1-2.
Can't get him to chase it 1-2.
You guys will get some more news tonight once we do Valhalla. We got to see where we're at.
Oh, and this
That will be fly ball to right center field. We're gonna get there, and it's not coming back. It's gone. Yeah, Paul Logan is the actor. Hey, that's true. 2 on top by Reyes. Holy cow, guys! 350 feet. As the ball is deep to right center field, it's not coming back. It's gone. 94.5 miles per hour. As it's now 4-3 Tigers.
Well, he had success.
As any baseball game keeps a little bit heated out. Look at it one more time. Look at that, guys. It's gone. Not coming back. 4-3 Tigers. Bottom of the 6th. Game 2 in Cleveland. 2 outs. There'll be a different pitcher coming in. As there will be coming in. So, here comes the manager for the 1-0 Tigers. Coming to the mound. Hey, what's up, Breakout? How you doing? Okay, 95th moderator. My 95th moderator is Breakout Media. So, how you doing today, Breakout? Good to see you. And on the mound for the 1-0 Tigers is Kyle Funkhauser. Funkhauser is 6'2", 230 pounds, 25 years old. Leon, can you welcome Breakout for me? He's from Zombie. That's to check him out. 4-2, 4-3 Tigers, bottom of 6, 2 outs, game 2 in Cleveland. First pitch by Funkhauser. Why is a comment for Breakout? I unhide it odd. No, but yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Here at work, chilling, watching the stream. Oh, good. So yeah, I made it as my 95th moderator, Breakout. Can you drop your link in the chat for me? Up top, 1-1. Francisco Lindor had 130 home runs with 5 seasons in total between the count. From the stretch, ground ball to first. Palm pretty much got it, and he gets to first base, and the inning is over. Oh, no problem. We're gonna play one more time. You two must be being silly. That would be my guess. We're gonna top of the 7th inning, game 2 in Cleveland. Keeping everything under control. Tigers 4, Indians 3. And on the mound for the 0-1 Indians will be Nick Wingren. Wingren making second start. He has 3 strikeouts, he has 1 walk. Due up for the Tigers in the 8th position is Jorge Polanco. He's 1 for 2. Wingren gives a sign. Here's the pitch. The bottom, 1-0. But yeah, you guys are getting Valhalla tonight. It's still every Tuesday, Wednesdays. Between other stuff, control. The bottom, 1-1. White Sox 5, Royals nothing in Chicago. So Breakout, what do you think of the format of the PS5 so far? In the upper right, 1 and 2. Thanks for the welcome and the blue jacket. You got this. Alright, thank you, Breakout. Leon, can you do that? 1 and 2. That's a big strikeout. Oh, I'm going to be here for Valhalla. So yeah, that's going to be tonight. I do new episodes every Tuesday, Wednesdays. Well, and tell you something else, Breakout. What do you think I should do about Call of Duty Cold War? I mean, I'm looking at 195 or 190 gigabytes. But if I ever play that over Crash 4, do you think I'll be okay? That's pre-order. But I don't know. It all depends. Leon, what do you think? One win from the stretch. To the right, 1-1. I'll probably think about it. Yeah, I've actually had this #1 seed for the last 3 days. I love it. It's better than the PS4, the way it should be. I mean, back when I had the PS4 for a little over 6 years, it had a couple of stupid problems. It had problems with disk injection or having, I don't know. I think that might have been one of a few things between a single union behind it. but it's all good. The Pitts at the bottom, another strikeout. That's out number 2 for the Tigers.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start.
Here comes Victor Reyes coming up to bat, leading in. He's 0 for 2 for Ribby, and it had a sacrifice fly. One grand from the stretch. Here's the Pitts. And up top, 0-1. But I don't know. I like action games, so I prefer... Hold on a second. I'll read the chat in a minute.
And it's 1-1.
Brigo says, I like action games, but I prefer Crass. So you don't think I should debut Call of Duty right now? I mean, for Thursdays and Fridays. I mean, I didn't beat Crash 4 yet. I mean, I've had the game since October 2nd, so... but it all depends. It all depends how I want to handle it, and that's another strikeout. Between the other side of it, and the inning is over. We go to bottom of the 7th inning, Game 2 in Cleveland, between the Strats. Tigers 4, Indians 3. Due up for the Indians. Coming at the bat is Carlos Santana, number 41 on this jersey. He's flown out and he is grounded out. He's 0 for 2. YouTube got a lot of Call of Duty streamers already, so wait a bit. Okay, so how long was you asked to give it? On counter from the stretch. I mean, do you think I should wait? I mean, how long do you think I should wait for? Leon, do you have an idea? Or if you want to join the trend, because you have your own audience. But I actually have your guys' voice too. But I'll probably wait till then. I mean, if I want to do Call of Duty, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it right now for this week. I mean, I think you're probably right. Breakout says say till 2021. Maybe. It all depends. 1 and 2 from the stretch. Because I don't see any game being booted out right now. Especially one game. But here's the thing of the other game too, for pre-order, I'll Breakout. I watch any game stream except Fort Boot, aka Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite's not any set for me. And he's on deck. 3 and 2 by Funkhauser from the stretch. And that will be a fly ball to deep center field. We're going to race back, and it's already heating up. It's gone. Carlos Santana with a solo shot coming in the bat. 399 feet. So it keeps a little more in heat. 100 miles per hour exit velocity. As it's now 4-4 apiece. Tie game 4 runs apiece. Holy cow. Look at that, guys. We play once again. Carlos Santana. The solo shot to deep center field. Racing back, and it's gone. Boom goes the ball. Goodbye. It's gone. Between a souvenir. Hold on. 4-4 apiece. Bottom of the 7th. Nobody out. Game 2 in Cleveland. Here's the pitch by Funkhauser. The bottom, foul ball, 0-1. And that'll bring up Zoran Luplo. Coming in, he's 0 for 2. Hey, what's up, Senpai? How you doing?
Hi, Nixie Senpai, smile.
Senpai, you're from Zombie, correct? I mean, I haven't lost a couple of anything. There's no play Fortnite. All the gamers I have following play it. It's too much. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into Fortnite. I mean, I've never played any sit on Fortnite. For PS4. I thought I'm not gonna jump in deep. I thought I'm not gonna try to jump on deep for that crap, so I have no plans. 1 and 2. I mean, the biggest plans is I'm gazing towards next year for the PS5. And that's the first out for the Indians, first strikeout by Kyle Funkhauser. And that would be getting the biggest games coming up too. Now, Breakout, check this out. Final Fantasy 16, God of War Ragnarok. What else? Crap, what else? Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And also, Lord of the Rings, Gollum. That'll bring up Bradley Zimmer off the bat as well. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and he grounded out. Yeah, Fortnite is stupid, I'm telling you. I actually don't like it. For sure. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok, yes. I mean, I think most of those games that I did say earlier this morning, I think they're gonna turn out very good.
Swing
And at the bottom, swing and a miss.
Nixie, welcome.
And that's out number 2 for the Indians.
The best pitchers have the ability to
So, Breakout, have you heard anything on Lord of the Rings, Gollum?
really important at this point.
I mean, I did look at the trailer for that. It doesn't look too bad. Ratchet and Clank, yep, that's right. I'm definitely gonna have an opportunity of that next year. But it all depends. I mean, as far as the schedule goes, that's going to be exciting to see how I'm going to do it. Roberto Perez is 0 for 2 for strikeout and a lined out. Nas is head, one counts from the stretch.
Uncle on it.
Bottom 0-2. But yeah, Leon, have you and Breakout look at a couple of trailers? The games that I said already? And that's another strikeout, and the side is retired. Carlos Santana with that solo shot to deep center field. We played for 7 innings. Game 2 in Cleveland, it's gone behind them.
PSP.
We're at the top of the 8th inning. Indians 4, Tigers 4. And on the mound for the 0-1 Indians is Farrell Matan. Anybody remembers Andy Pitzer? Doing the second game appearance, 9.00 ERA with 3 strikeouts. And due up for the Tigers in the second batting position. It's Harold Castro coming in. He's 0 for 2, had a walk in the 3rd inning. Between the other side of it. I have Ratchet and Clank on PSP. Well, after your stream, question. Okay, Regular and Sat says, well, after your stream, did you finish Ghost of the Tsushima? Not yet. Not yet. Why? I mean, I still have it for PS4. Why? I mean, I'm still doing quite well on the weekends. 0-1. Top 1-1. But the ones that did do the Tsushima, I still think the Tsushima is still going to win Game of the Year. What do you guys think? 1-1 from the stretch. That'd be ground ball to first. Picks it up, gets the first base, and that's the first out for the Tigers. That'll bring up Zamir Candelario, third baseman, on his jersey, number 46. He struck out in the 6th inning. He's 0 for 3. But to answer to your question, Breakout, oh, I may have missed those. It's okay. I was going to ask you this. Do you think the Tsushima could be removed if I put in Call of Duty? Or do you think I should wait till I get to 2021 for a new era? I mean, I might be leaning towards one of two, but I don't want to remove anything right now. But the other game we have to watch out for is my last PS4 game that's in the back. And I don't know if GameStop's is willing to do it or not. And that would be Cyberpunk 2077. That's coming out on December 10th by next week. So I don't know. I have not bad of an idea. Up top, 1 and 2. Resident Evil 8 Villains has Soul Game footage. I've heard that game's going to be pretty good too. I would expect it. To the right, 2 and 2. Yeah, Resident Evil 8 Villains should be pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'll probably think about it. Horror games are not bad. At the bottom, that's a strikeout. Second out for the Tigers. First strikeout by Phil Matan. But we'll see. And that'll bring out Jonathan Scope coming up to bat. He's 1 for 3 with solo shot in the 6th inning. Game of the year. So have you and Breakout in the chat, have you two voted for the Game Awards by next week? Yeah, but yeah, we have that and Cyberpunk coming up next week. But I don't know if I'm going to be watching it. I mean, the 10th is on a Thursday, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it. I don't know. I mean, I'll probably look upon it. Yeah, finish off the PS4s this year, then switch to all PS5 next year. So you don't think I should go for Cyberpunk yet, correct? I mean, Call of Duty yet? And that'd be foul ball to right, 2 and 2. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to start Call of Duty right now. I'm going to keep crash forward from what I'm doing. Foul ball to right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. But Leon, do you think I mean, allow me to pronounce it again. Leon, do you agree? By the way, to the right, 3-2. I mean, do you think I should wait till early next year for it? But yeah, that's the Sword of the Rings by early next year, guys. We've got that and Hitman 3. I don't think I'm gonna get that either. 3-2 by Baton, and that's a big strikeout. And that's recorded the third out, and the side is retired. No, haven't voted as yet. Where's the poll? Well, you have to go on the internet for the website. Get that in a second. Go to bottom of the 8th inning. Game 2 in Cleveland. Tigers 4, Indians 4. Due up for the Indians will be Delano DeShields Jr. He's coming in. He's 1 for 2 if it's single. I'm gonna double check on time real quick. Okay, we're still doing good. But yeah, you're right. Like I said, Breakout, you're right from earlier this morning. I think I'm going to wait. I don't think I'm going to bring in Call of Duty yet. I'm going to keep it on the wrapping paper for now. I mean, it's going to be having some great views. Great, tremendous views. That's the way Crash 4's been getting, the Suzuma's been getting that. Which is why Crash 4's been getting some good stuff running its way as we speak. Now be foul ball to right, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Funkhauser from the Strets. 2-2. We got a lot of games to roll out. Yep. But it all depends. I mean, it really all depends. I mean, I'm still taking my time to beat 2 games out of this as soon as I can. That's 3-2. As long as I beat 2 games out of 5, it'll be okay. He's on deck, 3-2 from the Strets. And that'll be ground ball from home base. The baseman's there defensively. And that'll be a base hit, single. And that's a single for the Indians. That's going as a season of a base hit. But I don't know, I'm taking one step at a time. I'm taking my normal time for it. So, it all depends. But it all depends. Here's the pitch by Funkhauser. Good vibes, staying home, exactly right. That'll bring up Cesar Hernandez, the second baseman on that. It's 1 for 3 with a double, had a run. Runner at first, nobody out. At the bottom, 0-2. Also, my love and I have been doing good too. Her and I have now been together for 1,248 days, guys. 1248. Well, my partner will be getting my PS4 soon. So he has 1 meeting to go, that'll be tomorrow. Then drop it off like making a trail review, playing a montage or something. Okay, do you know how that can be done? From the Threats. I don't know how it can be going. I would advertise it to build audience participation. Well, Crash 4, like I said, Crash 4's been doing good on Thursdays and Fridays. And that's a good strikeout. And that's the first out for the Indians. 4th strikeout by Funhouse. Yeah, as long as, exactly right, Breakout. As long as I beat 2 games out of 5, I've replaced the 2 and go for something else. That's what I'm still. That's what I'm always trying to do right now. To make sure everything goes the way it should be. That's why I'm also not bringing back Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I would be another. I wouldn't even know what I'm supposed to do next. So I probably would not. But it's all good. From the Strets, foul ball to home base, 1-2. Just a little more discussing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner will hold at first. It was almost offensively. Leon, what are your thoughts on that? I think Breakout pretty much makes a good point. I don't think I'm gonna bring Call of Duty in right now. Not until we get to next year. Anything I should do about Cyberpunk? And that's a swing and a miss to left. And that's a second out for the Indians. Strikeout number 5 by Kyle Funkhauser. But like I said earlier, Breakout, I'll say it again. Do you think there's an idea by the time Cyberpunk comes out on the 10th, next week on December?
finish it off strong as well.
I mean, I have a real good idea, but I'm not real sure at this point, though. We'll probably have to think about it for sure. Oh, yeah, there we go. We're in Sesson. 1-0 from the Strats. Up top, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Keeps a little more of the signal. Runner at first, 2 outs. And the upper left, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike between. Hey, Joe! Well, speaking of that, what's up, Joe? How you doing? Joe, how you doing this morning? We used to ask finally make it. And runner from steal second, and he does go second. One away from second, but wants the question again. The question I was going to ask you, Breakout. What do you think I should do about Cyberpunk? I still got $40 on that set for PS4. Do you think GameStop would let me transfer that to the PS4 copy? Well, what do you think? What do you think it won't be not a problem? That's 3-2. On deck is Francisco Lindor. He's on deck. So how are you this morning, Joe? It's good to see you back at this point. 3-2.
Another full count pitch.
And that'll be a ground ball across the second base. Picks it up, throws the first, and the side is retired.
Indians leave 1.
So Joe, what do you think of the new layout? Maybe you can transfer, I'm not sure. But the top of the 9th inning, stretch out guys, game 2 in Cleveland. Indians 4, Tigers 4. Due up for the Tigers. Coming in the bat is Willie Castro in the 5th position. To speak, is 0 for 3. I mean, I would transfer, but I'm not 100% sure. But, how was work today, Joe? So Joe, do you like the format, or do you like the PS4's format?
Welcome, Joe.
Can somebody drop, Joe's link in the chat for me? Can somebody drop his link in the chat? 1 ball, 1 strike. Matan from the Strats. And that looked like it was clear. That's 1-2 off the bat. Allow me to draw my Love's link. She's down to 57 again. That'd be ground ball to the mound, picks it up, throws the first, and that's out number 1 for the Tigers. And that'll bring up CJ Cron, number 6, coming into the stretch, number 26. He's 0 for 2 for walking the 6th inning. It was tough? Oh, definitely. Tough work, soft work, or something like that. But yeah, work yesterday was good. Work was good. It's just somebody wanted me to have a talk with one of the managers or management. You see, I don't think it was management, but anybody's making mistakes between what happened between Plaza Vinny Tool. Foul ball to home base, 1-2. I always had an Xbox in my life. Sad. Yeah, people, Microsoft did congratulate PlayStation. I mean, did you guys hear in the chat that Microsoft did congratulate PlayStation's launch date celebration? I mean, I did look at that on IGN.com. I did look at that. And I think it's about love and respect between both companies.
Ready with another 2-2.
At the bottom, 3-2.
Jacoby Jones.
But after that, I think it's peaceful. I think it's generous. The way Microsoft congratulated it. But it's not bad. 3-2. At the bottom, that's ball 4. First walk by Matan. It's Matan. Gets one. Okay, drop 1 supporter. That's okay. As he walks, CJ Cron for the 1-0 Tigers. Yeah, it's always nice to get yourself toasty. As far as the runner goes, well, it's going to be. What's going to be a different one? So, pinch hitting for the 1-0 Tigers today will be Must be Kristen Stewart. Last year of the season, 233, 10 home runs, 40 ribbies. Foul ball to left, 0-1. Yeah, I think it was a good element of respect. The way that, the way Microsoft did for Sony. Congratulated them on the PS5 launch almost 3 weeks ago, and, you know, I just think it was a good thing. 1-1 at the bottom. I mean, have you seen any company do that for Sir? Well, not exactly. 1-1 from the stretch. The bottom, 1-2. Next week I go back to day shift. Thank God, no more overnight. Exactly, buddy. At least you don't have to keep your ass tired. Back when I used to work 6 to 3 a couple times. I mean, for me, my schedule is very standard. It's more likely. I mean, the way I look into it. So, I actually continue to like my schedule, keep everything under control. And on the mound for the 0-1 Indians will be James Konchak. He had 5 starts last season, he had a 1.69 ERA, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Yeah, it actually is good to see some good support. Zombie's the best of all time. Is that right, Breakout? Runner at first with 2 outs. Contact from the stretch. Here's the pitch. To left, 1-0. But yeah, the question I was going to ask you earlier today, Breakout, is do you see anything what I can do for Cyberpunk? I mean, I still have $40 on that. At a $60 at GameStop. And I'm thinking I'm going to get my $5 back with Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man Miles Morales, I'm not going to get Spider-Man at this point, but I'll probably get my money back for it.
You got this.
What do you think? The bottom, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But it all depends. But ever since Spider-Man Miles Morales was out a couple weeks ago, I'll probably get my money back. 1-2 from the stretch. And that's a big strikeout, too. Big strikeout. And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. To the bottom of the 9th inning, game 2 in Cleveland. In the chat this morning. Indians 4, Tigers 4. Kristen Stewart will be playing left field defensively for the 1-0 Tigers, number 14. And due up for the Indians will be Francisco Lindor in the 5th position. Hold on a second. We'll read that in a second. Bonkowski from the stretch. The pitch. 1-0 at the bottom. If we get your money back, sir. I mean, if I get my money back from Spider-Man, what do you think I should put that to? Do you think I should put it on a PS5 game for next year, or... I don't know. Leon, do you have an idea? Leon or Joe, what do you guys think? 2-0 from the stretch. I mean, I'm not removing Cyberpunk from its pre-order. It's my last pre-order for the PS4, and I think I'm going to try to see if I can try to do something behind it. That'd be fly ball to mid left center field, and it's gone. And it's gone by Francisco Lindor, and of
swing of the bat, this ball game
and the Indians take game 2. And a good sizable game over the 1-1 in Cleveland. Holy cow. Because if you have big games incoming, as you said this morning, don't let GameStop the crooks. I mean, I've always been the GameStop for a long time. I mean, I don't know, but if I do get my fucking $5 back from Spider-Man from GameStop, do you think I should put it on one of the PS5 games for next year? If it would be one of four, what would it be? Guys, what do you think? Your honest opinion. I will watch anything you play. So I'm good, brother. But it all depends. I will watch anything you play. So good, brother. Oh, but yeah. I don't know. I mean, I have a real good idea, but I'm not really sure at this point yet. But I'll probably get to a different thing. I mean, and also my love would also have something to say about that too. See how that's going to go. I'll put it for next year. What game would it be? You guys can cast a vote with me in the chat from Zombies group. Final Fantasy 16 with Zach's accent killed me. Yeah, $5 for that set, buddy. That's the only thing. But here's the thing: if I get $5 back from Spider-Man, do you think I should put it on Final Fantasy 16, God of War Ragnarok, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, or Dragon Age 4? Let me know. Okay, guys. Yeah, $5, yeah. But here's the thing: I'm not taking $40 off of Cyberpunk that quick. I thought I'm not going to even try to settle everything in. That's the only thing. Game 2 in Cleveland for the 1-1 Indians. In Game 2 in Cleveland. Actually, we're going to start with the 1-1 Tigers. It was in Game 2 in Cleveland. Had a good game. Zach Rogers was 2 for 3 with a double and solo shot with a ribby. Jacoby Jones had a solo shot. Johnson Scope had a solo shot. Was 1 for 4. Harold Castle was 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Now for the 1-1 Indians. So, what do you guys think about? What do you think about Ratchet and Clank and Final Fantasy 16? I mean, both of those two games out of 4 would be pretty good too. That's the only thing. For the 1-1 Indians in Game 2 in Cleveland, Franmil Reyes was 2 for 4 with a home run with 3 ribbies. Colin Santana with a solo shot. Delano DeCio Jr. had 2 for 3. And a good game by Francisco Lindor. It was 1-4 with a solo shot. Oh, you like medieval games? Yeah, I think it's a little more inspired between that, Shadow of Mordor, and Shadow of War. I've only played Mordor once. So the Indians take Game 2 in Cleveland up to 1-1. Over the Tigers to 1-1 in Cleveland. 5-4, 7 hits, no errors. 5 hits and no errors. But it all depends. If there would be one game, wait a minute. If it wasn't for Call of Duty, the offer would have been Demon Souls. Demon Souls would have been bought, but I don't know. I mean, do you think Final Fantasy 16 and Ratchet and Clank would be last? I mean, I don't know when those games are coming out for PS5 next year, but it all depends. As far as the other scores go, start the first one, we've got the White Sox winning by 3-1. Oh, we had a great Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving was good. Put it towards God of War. Okay, if I had to think one of two, I think it should be either God of War Ragnarok, or what do you guys put in Final Fantasy 16 on there, Ratchet and Clank, or Dragon Age 4. Yeah, Demon Souls sounds great, but I don't think I'm gonna get that set right away. Over the Royals in Chicago. Final score is 6-3. 11 hits, 1 error, 8 hits, and no errors. Kuntz his first win. Bummer with his first save. But get God of War. Well, the thing about God of War Breakout is the fact is, I actually did not finish that set on the PS4. I did not finish it. You guys remember what I told you? What happened to that PS4? I, for one, had problems with disk injections. I had one or two other problems behind it. So that's why I also do think that Tony Hawk's not coming back. So if I do go to GameStop, I'll be trading in MLB 19, and Tony Hawk for sure. But I don't know. I mean, the other games are staying on the schedule as good as we can. The Cardinals, after 9 innings, win by 1 over the Reds in Cincinnati. 5-4, 11 hits, 1 error, 7 hits, and no errors. Gumber for his first win. Gallegos for his first save. The Red Sox win by 1 as well over the Blue Jays in Toronto by 1 run after 9 innings. 4-3, 12 hits, no errors, 7 hits, and no errors. Alvaldi for his first win. Matt Barnes for second save. Well, it all depends. I mean, if I think one of two, I think it's going to be God of War Ragnarok versus Final Fantasy 16. I might be, I mean, I could maybe be wrong, but it all depends. It all depends how I'm going to go forward with the guys' help, so it all depends. The Pirates win by 1 over the Rays in Tampa. Final score 3-2. 5 hits, no errors. 7 hits and no errors. Cole was first win. Keylove was first save. The Yankees went a little bit big by 6 runs between the style over the Orioles in Baltimore. Final score of that 8-2. 9 hits, no errors. 9 hits and 1 error. Saviniov's first win. Garcia's first save. The Nationals won by 1. Little bit instant. Gives everything covered up. Over the Go-Go Mets in New York City. Final score is 6-5. 9 hits, no errors. 14 hits with 0 errors. Yeah, like I said, God of War would make really good sense. Do you think I should put an opponent for God of War for next year? I mean, do you think it should be Final Fantasy 16? Do you think it should be that? I mean, do you think it should be God of War for Final Fantasy 16? Oh, wait a minute. No, speaking of that, not just those games, with God of War Ragnarok,
Tony Hawk Lowell.
your PS4 8 Tony Hawk. Yeah, damn straight, buddy. That's why I'm hoping to go to GameStop and trade 2 games. I don't think it's going to be, I mean, Battleborn's not going to have anything sorts. It'll be MLB 19 and Tony Hawk. I really don't think I want to trade in Crash 4. I still want to maybe keep it for the time being. 6-5, 9 hits, no errors, 14 hits, and no errors. Hyper was first win, Doolittle was very first save. But there's also another game too. You have Final Fantasy 16, God of War Ragnarok, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Dragon Age 4, and then anybody in the chat mention Horizon 2 for Ben West. Now, Horizon 2 is going to be pretty good too. I came very close to beating Horizon Zero Dawn for PS4, and I pretty much stopped at the 40 episodes, decided not to complete it, because I kept on getting killed by the stupid-ass enemies. It's actually the machines. So do you guys have any thoughts what I can do with Horizon 2? That game is in that. That game is in that mix. But it all depends. The Twins won by 2. Over the Athletics in Oakland, final score by 2 runs, 4-2. 8 hits, 1 error, 7 hits and 0 errors behind it. Smalser was first win. Rogers was first save. The Marlins excused themselves, won by 1 run after 9 innings over the Phillies in Miami.
I'm sorry, guys.
How's the rest of the ZD's crew doing? Breakout and Leon, the guys don't mind. Seeing how Joe's doing at this point. 8-7, 12 hits, 1 error, 10 hits, and no errors in Miami. Stanek with his first save. The Astros went by 3 runs after 9 innings. Over the Astros in Houston, final score by 3 runs, 7-4, 11 hits, no errors, 8 hits, and 2 errors. Canning was first win. Robles was first save.
It's okay, Joe Lowell.
The Cubbies went by 5 runs over the Brewers in Milwaukee. By 5 runs, 7-2. 16 hits, no errors, 6 hits, and just 1 error in between. Hendricks was first win. The Braves won by 4 runs after 9 innings over the D-backs in Arizona. 7-3, the final score, 10 hits, no errors, 4 hits, and no errors. Anderson was first win. Menta was first save. The Padres squeezed by 1 run after 10 innings between the Gratefulness. Over the Rockies in San Diego, Citizens, California. Final score is 6-5 by 10 innings, 16 hits, no errors, 6 hits, and 1 error apiece. Palmer was his first win. The Mariners won by 1 run, not after 9 innings over the Rangers in Seattle. By one exclusive run, final score is 3-2, 9 hits, no errors, 7 hits, and no errors. Fletcher's first win. And the Dodgers win by 5 runs over the Giants in LA. Los Angeles by 5 runs, final score today, guys, 8-3. 12 hits, 3 errors, 6 hits, and 2 errors. Guarena's was first win. So the Tigers are 1-1 of the season. The next time you guys will see baseball, it's going to be this Saturday. I'm going to build it up by this Saturday. Menacing the 1-1 Detroit Tigers. I'll probably do something between no less mental, but keep it a little bit in square. As that will be the series finale in Cleveland. So next time you guys will see baseball will be this Saturday with Ghost of Tsushima. But do you guys feel anything for Horizon 2 Forbidden West for PS5? That also is going to be crossplay between that and PS4. But it all depends. It'll be the series finale in Cleveland this Saturday morning with Tsushima on the weekends, as always. It will be the 1-1 Tigers take on 1-1 Indians in the series finale in Cleveland for next time. On the mound for the 1-1 Tigers will be Michael Fulmer. And on the mound for the 1-1 Indians will be Aaron Sevale, I think. So as the other teams go, we've got the, real quick, we've got the Yankees taking on the Orioles in Baltimore. Paxton versus Cobb as we speak. Red Sox take on the Blue Jays in Toronto. Pavidia versus Pearson. The Rays host the Pirates and Tampa. Chris Archer versus Glasnow. Leon says, is Dakota still bugging you? And Puddin, he better watch it before I smack his face off, bend his glasses. Well, I actually haven't heard much anything on Dakota. All I know is I don't give a rat's ass. He doesn't give a damn what he's doing. I mean, I for one did not hear any crap from him, from him. I mean, I haven't heard anything. Especially, he knows how to keep his ass to himself. That's the important thing. I mean, the only way a man can love somebody is getting to know that one person, getting that one woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Not just take it from somebody and go and not try to do something in between that has a good difference behind it. So, I haven't heard anything, but as long as there's anything else and not under a passage note from what I hear. But the anything I hear comes from my pun only, as we speak between him. But not quite. We have the Phillies take on the Marlins in Miami. So that's Florida. Take care, Leon. Are you guys going to be on tonight? While I do Valhalla? It's only Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Guys, what do you guys think? Howard versus Yamamoto. Go-Go Mets take on the Nationals in New York City. Phil Corbin versus Syndergaard. Take your time, though. It's always good to have a good bathroom break. Redbirds take on the Reds in Cincinnati. So that's Ohio. Adam Wainwright versus Gray behind the other structure. The White Sox take on the Royals in Chicago, Illinois. Duffy versus Dunning. The Astros take on the Angels in Houston. So it'll be Turan versus McCoy Jr. I don't know if they have the standings behind the belt, but I'll probably do the standings too, as any game comes in. The Diamondbacks take on the Braves and Arizona. Cole Hamels versus Bob Gardner, between the other. The Athletics take on the Twins in Oakland. Hale versus Luzardo. The Rangers take on the Mariners in Seattle. Cody versus McGurvius or something. The Rockies take on the Padres in San Diego. It's Paddock versus Freeland. And the Brewers take on the Cubbies in Milwaukee. It'll be John Lester versus Small. But alrighty guys, I'm going to wrap things up in a second. We're going to do standings. Alright guys, we're going to start with the American League Central. The only one ahead by a half game is the 2-0 White Sox. and between any establishment. 2-0 White Sox. 1-1 Tigers are even with the 1-1 Indians going into this Saturday. And a winless team is the 0-2 Kansas City Royals. That's the American League East Central. On the American League West, behind that too, we've got the Orion Bean in that category, and that would be the Mariners. 3 wins, no losses. 3-0 Mariners. As they're ahead by 1 over the 2-1 Astros. And then you have a winless team, 0-3 Texas Rangers.
I will try to be
I'm gonna be doing for Howard tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing for Howard tonight, and then tomorrow morning you guys will have Valhalla and White Sox Leeds in. But it all depends. That would be the West.
in back.
For the welcome back, Joe. What happened? How you doing? Keep everything under control. For the National League East, you've got 2 white ties. What's the 2-1 Marlins, 2-1 Braves, 1-1 Eats by the Mets and the Nationals, and the Phillies are 1-2, half game behind the 2 teams. That would be in the National League East. Other one Beans as well, keeping things heated up. In the National League Central, we've got a team that's 0-2, and that's the 0-2 Brewers. 1-1 Eats by the 1-1 Redbirds, Reds, 2-0 Cubbies, and 2-0 Pirates. In the National League Central. Oh, that's true. But are you getting? But here's the thing, though. Are you used to working overnights, or are you used to working daytimes? I mean, I prefer daytimes between the mornings. That's pretty much not a bad idea. For sure. For the National League West, the Orion being is the 3-0 Los Angeles Dodgers. 3-0 Dodgers. Over a game over the 2-1 Padres. We also have the 1-2 Rockies, 1-2 D-backs, and another winless team. As the Giants are 0-3. It's still beginning of the season between a good team. And last but not least, the American League East. Good teams are still happening. We've got the winless teams after 0-3 Blue Jays, 0-2 Orioles, and the Rays. The Orion Beans on top of that, winning the first 3 games. It's the 3-0 Boston Red Sox. And the 2-0 Yankees. Between what happens between a different team. So it keeps everything under control, keep everything on tact. I prefer daytimes. But alrighty guys, I'm gonna stop here in just a moment. I'm gonna tell you guys what's going to happen tonight. Hold on a second. Give me a moment. See how we're doing on time. And alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a wrap for me this morning. I will be back tonight. Same time, same channel for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19, not 19. If you want to catch more MLB 20,
But night pays more $.
every 1 to 2 days a week, managing the 1-1 Detroit Tigers of the season. Every 1 to 2 days a week. But night pays more money. Yep, that's true. But ever since I had my last Money in the Bank, I had about $853. It's actually not the first time, but my second time this month. So I think it's pretty good. Be sure to hit that red support button. If you guys are new in the chat. If you guys are not new, hit that like button, tweet it out, comment, share it. If you guys have a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter, share me out, tweet me out. Leave a good, standard emotional comment. As always, if you guys also have a Discord, you can do so by saying hi to me on Discord. You guys can send me a friend request on Discord. Tell me you guys said hello at a good moment. Also guys, we watch videos in full. Like them, share them, tweet them out, comment. Leave a good emotional comment as always, guys. And you guys can also vote for the idol for next year. Aladdin's at 30, Greatest Showman at 13. Between Rewrite Stars versus A Whole New World, 30-13 right now. And we should be good to go. But I'm going to get out of here this morning, guys. It's going to be a wrap for me this morning. I'll see you tonight for Valhalla. Same time, same channel. I love you guys. Keep up good work. Be good to one another. Be kind to one another. And love one another. And I'll see you tonight. And I'll see you in a flash.